$30 a month. That's what Microsoft is now charging for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. A 50% price increase announced out of nowhere. And you know what the best part is? Their servers are literally melting because so many people are trying to unsubscribe at once. Yeah, that's where we're at. The service that once promised to be the Netflix of gaming has officially become the cable subscription your parents complained about. And today, we need to talk about how Xbox just killed the golden goose. If you're a gamer who's been subscribed to Game Pass, you probably woke up to some awful news. Microsoft has completely overhauled their Game Pass tiers. And spoiler alert, your wallet is about to hate you. But this isn't about a price increase. This is about a fundamental shift in how Xbox views its customers. And honestly, it might be the beginning of the end for the Xbox brand entirely. So let's break down exactly what's happening, why it's worse than you think, and what this means for the future of Xbox. Let's start with the numbers, because they're insane. As of October 1st, 2025, Game Pass has been restructured into three new tiers. And here's what you're looking at. You have the Essential tier at $9.99 per month. This replaces the Core tier. You get 50 games, cloud gaming, online multiplayer, and in-game benefits. Sounds decent until you realize you're getting the scraps of the library. The next tier is Premium at $14.99 per month. This is the old standard tier rebranded. You get 200 plus games across console, PC, and cloud. New Xbox published titles arrive within a year of launch, so no more day one Call of Duty. You also get games like Diablo 4 and Hogwarts Legacy. But let's be real, those games have been out for quite a while now. And finally, the Ultimate tier, $29.99 per month. And this is where it gets absolutely ridiculous. This is the tier that gives you day one releases, including Call of Duty. It now includes Fortnite Crew and Ubisoft Plus Classics, plus cloud gaming in 1440p. But here's the thing. Ultimate jumped from $19.99 to $29.99. That's a 50% increase overnight. And for us PC gamers, PC Game Pass is getting absorbed into these tiers. In the Philippines specifically, PC Game Pass used to be 175 pesos. Now, it's 320 pesos, almost doubled. Sure, that's still cheaper than other regions, but it still stings. Now let's put this in perspective. When Game Pass first launched back in June 2017, it cost $9.99 per month. You get access to over 100 games, and it was simple. One tier, one price, insane value. Fast forward to 2025, and the top tier is now $30 a month. That's a 200% increase from the original launch price. And if you've been on Ultimate since it launched in 2019 at $14.99, congratulations, you're now paying double. Microsoft wants to justify this by saying they're adding more value. Fortnite Crew, Ubisoft Plus Classics, better cloud streaming. But here's the reality. Most of us didn't ask for this. We wanted Game Pass because it was affordable access to great games. That value proposition? It's gone. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the economy. We're living in a time where everything is more expensive. Groceries, rent, gas, utilities, everything. And gaming isn't immune to that. But here's what makes this so tone-deaf. Xbox isn't just raising Game Pass prices. They also recently raised hardware prices across the board. The Xbox Series X now costs more. Special editions are pushing $800. The ROG Ally X, Xbox's handheld partner device, is launching at $1,000. Microsoft is squeezing consumers from every angle while pretending they're adding value. And here's the thing. While Xbox is jacking up prices, PC gaming through Steam is thriving by doing the exact opposite. Steam's model is simple. You buy games, you own them forever. Not to mention the many sales. Summer sale, winter sale, autumn sale, spring sale, publisher sales, weekend deals. Steam is constantly throwing discounts at you. We're talking 50%, 70%, sometimes 90% off major titles. You can build an entire library of incredible games on Steam for less than a year of Game Pass Ultimate. Games that you actually own. Games that won't disappear when a licensing deal expires. Games that you can play offline whenever you want without worrying about DRM check-ins or subscription status. Microsoft keeps saying they want to meet players where they are, but what they're actually doing is pricing out the people who made Game Pass successful in the first place. Let me break down the math for you, because it's actually hilarious how bad this looks for Xbox. Game Pass Ultimate at $30 per month means you're spending $360 per year. Now let's say you hit up Steam during a major sale. You could grab Elden Ring for $30, Baldur's Gate 3 for $36, Cyberpunk 2077 for $20, Red Dead Redemption 2 for $24, Monster Hunter World for $15, Stardew Valley for $10, Hades for $12, Hollow Knight for $7. That's 8 incredible games. Games that will give you hundreds of hours of gameplay for $154. And you own them forever. You could do that twice and still spend less than 1 year of Game Pass Ultimate. Microsoft wants you to believe that renting access to games is the future, but Steam has proven that ownership, deep discounts, and consumer-friendly policies are what actually build loyalty. And here's the kicker. Most of Microsoft's first-party games end up on Steam anyway. Why would I pay $30 a month for a subscription when I can just wait for the Steam sale and buy games that I actually want to play? Now let me get personal for a second because this hits different when you think about what that money actually buys you. I love JRPGs. I love games that give me dozens, sometimes hundreds of hours of playtime. And I just recently bought and finished Trails in the Sky First Chapter, a game I genuinely adore, a game that gave me insane value. You know how much that game cost me? $60. That's exactly 2 months of Game Pass Ultimate. Think about that. For $60, I can subscribe to Ultimate for 2 months, rush through whatever new releases drop, and then unsubscribe. Or I can buy a game I actually love, own it forever, and replay it whenever I want without worrying about it leaving a subscription service. And that's exactly how I've been treating PC Game Pass in the Philippines. I only subscribe when there's a day one release I'm interested in. I finish the game within the month, then I cancel. Why? Because even at the cheaper price, I don't want to feel obligated to a subscription. And that's the problem with subscription models in general. They mess with your psychology. There's always this naggy feeling in the back of your mind, I need to play something. I need to get my money's worth. Gaming stops being fun and starts feeling like a job. And now, with these increased prices, that psychological weight just got heavier. I'm going to think twice, 3 times before subscribing. Is the new game really worth subscribing for the month? Or should I just wait for a Steam sale and buy it outright? The answer's becoming clearer by the day. Meanwhile, when I buy a game on Steam, that pressure disappears. It's mine. I can play it now, later, next year, whenever. There's no ticking clock, no expiration date, no monthly charge making me feel guilty for not gaming enough. And I'm not alone in this thinking, because here's what happened immediately after the announcement. The Xbox unsubscribe page crashed. That's right. So many people tried to cancel their subscriptions at once that Microsoft servers couldn't handle it. That's not just an anecdote. That's a statement. That's your customers voting with their wallets in real time. Microsoft can dress us up with fancy PR speak all they want. They can talk about expanded catalogs and new partner benefits. But the market has spoken. People are furious. People are leaving. And honestly, can you blame them? When your subscription service costs $360 per year and offers less ownership than a Steam library you could build for the same price, you've lost the plot. Game Pass was supposed to be the answer to expensive gaming. Now it's becoming part of the problem. So where does this leave Xbox? Let's be brutally honest here. The future of Xbox is looking grim, and I don't say that lightly. Microsoft has spent hundreds of billions of dollars acquiring studios. Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, they have the content, they have the infrastructure, they have the resources that most companies can only dream of. But they don't have the trust, they don't have the goodwill, and increasingly, they don't have the customers. Every decision they make seems designed to extract maximum value from their existing user base, while alienating anyone who might consider jumping in. The hardware is too expensive, the subscription is too expensive, and the games? They're increasingly available on Steam, where you can just buy them and own them outright. So what's the end game here? Microsoft wants a return on their investment. They've dumped so much money into Xbox that they needed to be profitable yesterday. But here's the problem. You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You can't charge premium prices for a service people are actively fleeing from, especially when Steam exists as a constant reminder of what pro-consumer gaming actually looks like. And at this rate, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft looks at the numbers in a year or two and decides it's not worth it anymore. They could shut down the Xbox hardware division entirely. They could pivot to being a pure third-party publisher. They could turn Game Pass into a cross-platform service and call it a day. Because let's face it, when PC gamers can get better deals on Steam, when console gamers have better alternatives, and when your own customers are crashing your servers trying to unsubscribe, something is fundamentally broken. The sad part is that Game Pass genuinely was revolutionary when it launched. It changed how people thought about gaming. It gave access to incredible libraries for an affordable price. It was pro-consumer in ways the industry desperately needed. But that version of Game Pass is dead. What we have now is a bloated, overpriced, confusing mess of tiers that nickel and dimes customers while pretending to add value. And the worst part? Microsoft will probably keep pushing. They'll keep raising prices, they'll keep adding tiers, they'll keep making tone-deaf decisions until there's nothing left. So here's my advice. If you're still subscribed, seriously evaluate if you're getting your money's worth. Don't stay subscribed out of habit. Don't stay subscribed because you're afraid of missing out. Stay subscribed only if the value is actually there for you personally. If you're thinking about subscribing, maybe just head to Steam instead. Wait for a sale, buy the games you actually want to play, own them, keep them forever, because in this new era of Xbox, nothing feels permanent except the price increases. The death of value gaming isn't coming. It's already here, and Xbox pulled the trigger. Alright, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments, are you staying subscribed to Game Pass, or are you one of the thousands who crashed the unsubscribe page? And are you moving your gaming budget to Steam instead? If you enjoyed this content, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.